All right. Well, here we go. So, excuse the mess of the box turtle. Um, that's an ongoing issue today, but we're working through it. Um, but we're gonna go ahead and start on the Micron. So we've got the orange. I mean, not orange. Sorry, I was just talking about the Trident and orange clicky clacky door. Got purple extrusions from DFH, and we're going to be redoing the Micron with these. So here's the purple. The white extrusions are going to stay the same. It's just the purple, the black extrusions inside that are going to change to purple. But first we need to start taking this thing apart. Move the box turtle out of the way. Now, it'd be nice if I could just kind of build the frame and then disassemble the Micron and put it together around it. But alas, that is not an option. So we're going to have to disassemble this and then reassemble it around the purple frame. Power cord out of the way. Put this down here in the home that it's going to eventually sit in. Got the granite plate out. I don't know how far we'll get, but we'll do as much as we can. I am missing a driver. Where has my driver gone? Or Allen key, Allen wrench, whatever you want to call it. It's probably underneath the Micron. It is. It is underneath the Micron. Oh, you know what? Let me get you the other view here. All right. Red Light, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate that. How are you doing today? Let's get over here. I don't know why your sub didn't pop up on the screen, but alas, I appreciate it anyway. Normally there's a little pop up over there on the screen whenever somebody subscribes. Probably stream elements being broken. It's been a long day. So I've been up since 9 p.m. yesterday. It is now 3 p.m. today. So we are at hour 18. So what we have is the DooMicron, which is a Doom Cube version of the Printer for Ants Micron. Had to work 6 hours, 5 hours. No, 6 hours. You've been up since 5 a.m. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. Sorry to hear that you had to work on Saturday. But fortunately, it was a short day, right? My day was a short day too. I think my day was 8 hours last night too. Run a crane? Ooh. I operate an overhead crane from time to time at work, and I know just how stressful that can be at times. Do your e-waste. So, like I was saying, this is the doomed cube version of a printers for ants micron, which is a smaller version of the Voron 2.4. It is 180 cubed. I don't have a box to put this stuff in because, like an idiot, I just threw away my last box. All right, so there's that. We will work our way through this. Get a screwdriver. Get this top panel off. Top panel's a real tight fit in here. So by e-waste, what do you mean? All right. So I just built this printer back in end of December, beginning of January. It was a really fun build. I really like the printer, but we're going fancy. So the extrusions that we're going to be replacing are these black ones inside. There it goes. It popped up now. I guess let's do one thing at a time here. Let's go ahead and take our doors off. There's a door. You like rebuild them, or what do you do with them? Doom Cube, one of the features of the Doom Cube is instead of having a single panel on the sides, it has dual panes to help insulate it. As you can see, well, you can't see. You can actually put some of your electronics on top. Oh, okay. So you extract the precious metals out of them. Now you can put your Z steppers at the top on this as well. I put them at the bottom to keep the center of gravity low. So there is 2 panes of acrylic in here. These are the smoked acrylic panels, again from DFH. The white extrusions are from DFH as well. Yeah. The reason why I built this printer is out here in the garage, it can get kind of cold in the winter. And sometimes it can get cold enough that even the enclosed vorons can have some troubles maintaining print temp. Plus, I wanted to be able to do some more exotic materials. It's got a hot end that can go to like 350. And I can get chamber temps up to, well, in sub-zero weather out here, I was able to get chamber temps of 80. So I'm assuming when it's 100 degrees out here, I'll be able to get much higher temps. I can see we have some other folks that popped in there, but I cannot see chat from here. So just bear with me and I'll see who you are. Just getting this panel off the side here. Of course, the last one wants to be difficult. All right. See, Jason, how are you today? Yeah, so they have to be cut down 10 millimeters. I think that problem's getting worked on now. As I'm being told he's reworking some of the stuff. Just taking it easy. Hey, no better way to spend a Saturday than just relaxing. All right, so there's our panels. Let's go ahead and figure out how we want to go about this. I'm kind of wondering if I can't. Well, go ahead and pull these off. I better get a tray for some screws though. I wonder. No. I was going to say, I wonder if I couldn't just disassemble that frame inside of the Doom Cube frame. But I don't think that would work. Printing press. How's it going? Just finished your DooMicron. Nice. It's definitely a fun build. And if you ever decided to do the Doom Cube aspect of it, it's a pretty straightforward conversion. These rounded extrusions bolt onto the outside. Print your skirts. Do your panels. You can reuse the panels you have. You just have to buy 4 more and a top and some ACM panels for your top, or some polycarbonate or acrylic or whatever. But it's definitely a conversion that's not a rip your whole printer apart conversion. I actually, my extrusions were lost in the mail for a month. So I had built this all the way up as an R1, and then the day I finished it, I got a notification that they found my parts. Isn't that always the way it goes? Did you do the R1 or did you do the regular Micron? Yeah, so running the electronics up top, if you leave your Z drives down at the bottom, you have to run the wires up, but these have channels in them, so they kind of make the perfect way to run wires from the top to the bottom. Or you can take your Z drives and put them up at the top and keep all your power stuff down at the bottom. I kind of, which is what most people do, but they put the Z steppers up at the top. But like I said a little bit earlier, I wanted to keep the center of gravity low. I didn't want the steppers sitting up at the top, being all heavy. Poity, welcome. Poity, I didn't know you streamed. I didn't know you did YouTube at all. Now we're going to go do that. Oh, you do not. You're in 3 streams. Let me see if I can guess. So, obviously me, Steve, and JDHP. You did the full R1. The FormBot kit didn't have all the screws for the 52mm belt loop. but that was all that was missing. Yeah, a couple screws, and I had to order the right length belt. Oh, it was Lee Marie? Okay. But yeah, it's mainly just a printed parts different. The gantry is a really nice upgrade. I can't wait till that comes to the V2 line of printers. Porty, we've got to get together someday. Um, what are you doing with your Micron, Porty? But yeah, printing press. This started out, I got a FormBot kit as well. FormBot kit, panel kit from DFH, and the extrusions from DFH. Did the R1 update a while back. Nice. You have a V0 and a Trident as well. Okay, so the R1 gantry on the Micron, it moved that forward rather than being all the way back. And what that allowed happen was the drag chain got moved further back, because what would happen in the V2 and the original Micron was your CAN bus tool head board, the wiring sticking out the back of it would run into the drag chain. So this moves that drag chain back and allows your toolhead board's clearance. Pull our Ethernet cable out of here. Man, I really need something to put all this stuff in. Great value on the FormBot kit. Yeah, it's a good deal. You got an OG Micron. What issue did you have with the CAN board? Oh, running into the drag chain. Yeah. Well, it's just a couple printed parts to switch it over to the R1. You can just do the R1 gantry, and then you're just, all you're switching out is your AB motor mounts and your XY carriage. That's all you've got to switch out. You don't have to switch out the Z drives if you don't want to. All right, printing press. Have a good weekend. Hope you have a good day at work. was I grabbing? Well, if you're doing the DooMicron, you might as well do it all at once. Just go ahead and switch out the gantry parts while you're doing the DooMicron. If you're moving the Z drives, you could upgrade those too at the same time. All right. I need to pull chat up on the big screen. All right. You know what? For right this second, we're gonna put this stuff right in here. Hello, Smalls. All right. Interesting.
It's $12.
Yeah.
You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, send it.
Are you still streaming?
Yep. What are you girls up to?
Nothing. Zippy's being bad. They're not playing with me. That's why I'm being bad to her.
Ah. All right, let me see what we're saying over here. Oh, you got a whole nother micron. Nice. Let me close this and let me I'm trying to pull chat up on the other monitor here. That's the huge monitor. It's actually a TV that I use as a monitor. All right. Gotta figure out what color to print the parts in. Yeah, that's always the fun part. Picking out colors for printers. You have any idea what you're going to go with? I'm going to take a picture of this wiring. That's the video. That's a picture. White frame. So lots of options. Yeah, the white frames are nice. Clearly I like the white frame. But yeah, it'll go with pretty much anything. Dun, 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 dun. So if I don't know if you know this or not, if you're in the Furnace Rant GitHub, which I assume you are, but if you need the STL files for the DooMicron stuff, I put everything together. It's on both my GitHub and on printables. Link should be in the description for both of those. My GitHub page and my printables page. And if you're doing the DFH one, all the there's actually a folder with all the files for the DFH stuff. Makes it nice and easy, because boy was it hard tracking down what all you needed, what had new revisions, what had been modified, all that stuff. That was a fun experience there, getting all that figured out when I was doing mine. So I figured other people might want that information too. I know DFH said he was going to put links up on his website to the GitHub and to the printables page, but I don't, as of the last time I checked, he hadn't gotten it done yet. Yes. For the Micron build part of it, but for all the Doom Cube printed parts is what's on my GitHub. I worked with all the guys who made everything. Got it all put together in one spot. All right. There's one side. Get PTFE tube out of here. For the moment, I should probably hide that second camera. Seems kind of redundant. Just kind of blocking stuff. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. Should make it a little bit easier to see. So I spent most of my day so far working on box turtle stuff. Having some issues getting that going right. Sorry there's no background music, but I kept getting hit with copyright claims on every one of my streams when I had stream beats going. They'd get dismissed as soon as I argued them, but it still hurt me quite a bit. So I run 48 volts on my Trident. I have not had any VFA issues, but what I will tell you is that if you are going to run,
Do you have the box of tissues?
there's a box of tissues right there, but there was a new box in there on the table or something. The issue most people have with the VFAs when they're running 48 volts isn't the 48 volts that's causing it. It's the impulse current of the high torque steppers they are running on it. If you run them faster, it normally does a little bit better. So high torque steppers like to run faster so that they don't get kind of pulled and sucked into those full steps. On my Trident, the steppers I run are the big stepper online ones. Yeah, so the stepper online ones, I've not had an issue. I've not tried the LDO superpowers. I'm kind of interested to try some of these new steppers they've got coming out. LDO came out with one. Big Tree Tech has the Kraken motors. I'd be interested to try those. Fabrico, yeah, they have the new LDO one, right? They had a few back in, I don't know, December time frame that I was really tempted by. But I did not have the funds for it. I think they were what, like $50 a piece or something. Oh, their own company. Yeah, but they're the ones I'm talking about. Aren't they made by LDO for them? I could be wrong. But I thought when they posted those, I said back in like the December time frame, they were saying that LDO was the manufacturer on them. Oh no, not by LDO? Eh, my mistake. Getting old, memory's not what it used to be, I suppose. All right, well, I guess at some point I'm gonna have to start unhooking stuff here. So we'll just start unhooking stuff. All right, there's that. Know what I could do? I could get some markers and mark this stuff. What steppers are you running, Jason? Stepper online, steppers. Don't knock it. How's it going, sir? Thanks for stopping by. Which stepper online steppers? Hmm. I do not know then. What print speeds are you running that at? A lot of it's going to come down to... Okay, so it sounds like you're running like stock Ellis profile speeds. A lot of that stuff's going to come down to print profile, what controller board you're running, what stepper drivers. Dual SKR setup. Yeah, like I said, the superpowers I know that a lot of people have had issues with, and it's generally recommended to run those quite fast and on 48 volts. Taking pictures to try to help myself when I go to wire this back up. Yeah, I mean, if you're all right with it, then no point chasing. All right, so we've got almost everything loose from this side. Yeah, yeah. Having two printers is makes working on one a whole lot easier. You planning on? Oh, you said you were building the DooMicron, so you'll have two soon. All right. There's, well, almost everything disconnected from this. What we got left? We got this running through the bottom. And then we've got the connector for the screen. And one more wire running through the bottom. And then we've got the antenna for the CB1. There we go. All right. I guess I could kind of put this back on here. No, this is not my design. I am pretty much useless when it comes to doing anything in CAD. But what I was able to contribute was some time and effort into getting everything together and organized onto a GitHub, so that those who would like to also build one could easily find everything and build one themselves. But I will agree with you that it is a beautiful printer. I am partial to it myself. And it's going to be difficult as I ran these wires through without the connectors on. I have an idea of how I'm going to handle this, but I do not know for certain whether or not it will work. So we're going to figure that out together. Want to see if I can kind of disassemble the black frame from inside and reassemble the purple frame down into it. That's what I'm hoping I can do. Rebuilding printers and modifying printers can be such a pain in the butt sometimes. Well, I just realized that that idea is not going to be an option because I cannot get to the screws to disassemble that. From the inside. But I wonder. I will tell you, it's a very heavy printer for its size. There's a lot of aluminum on this thing. My back is really sore now. That doesn't want to come out of there. I'm going to try to unbolt these skirts from the bottom of this frame and pull the black frame out of the white frame. Whether it'll work, I don't know. Sure, we'll find out here momentarily whether or not I can get to the screws that I need to get to make that happen. This foot pretty loose on here. Let's find the right size Allen wrench and tighten that up on here. All right. Our bottom panel. Looking to see if what I want to do is even possible. Kind of hard to tell. I guess we just got to keep taking it apart to figure it out. These things do come apart much faster than they go together. Oh, I want to leave those. Thank you for the sub, Kevin. Much appreciated, sir. I lost that screw. I do believe the answer to my question on whether or not we can do this without taking everything completely apart is no. Which is unfortunate. I guess we go ahead and undo all these screws. This will attach to the DIN rail. Means I'll probably have to undo all the JST connectors on these wires. Feed them out of the white extrusions. Which is going to be so much fun. Why are we rebuilding? Because the theme of this is Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, purple and white. The frame that's on the inside, however, is black. And I've got purple extrusions for the inside. So we're taking it apart and rebuilding it with the purple extrusions. Purple and then the white Doom extrusions. You gotta have, if you're gonna do YouTube stuff, you gotta have some sort of content, I suppose, right? If it wasn't for YouTube, we probably sat around until, I don't know, probably Christmas shutdown this year. I tend to like to build a printer over Christmas shutdown. And I probably would have rebuilt this then. But now it's getting built now. Because we're going to do it on stream together. All right. I may not have to unhook those after all. Wouldn't that be nice? They are the R1 Z drives, Jason. Yeah, Porty. So it's if you wanted to do yours as a Doom cube, pretty easy. Just pick up either buy some acrylic to cut your extra panels and cut down the existing panels you have, or buy panel kit from DFH, which I'd recommend. That's kind of makes it easier. You will have to, if the panels are still the same, you will have to cut 10 millimeters off the top for all your side panels. Oh, you have a giant CO2 laser. Yeah, absolutely. Cut your own panels. Forget everything I just said about panels. Go ahead and cut your own. So you just need to buy the Doom extrusion kit from DFH, and you'd be good to go. You'd need to get a couple screws, print the skirts, and some other bits and bobs for printed parts, and get some hardware, for some screws, and redo some wiring to extend some wiring. But other than that, it'd be a pretty easy conversion. How do you like the CO2 laser? Does it see much use? I have wanted a laser for quite some time, but the price of them has made it so that it is not something I have acquired at this point. Someday I'll find a good deal on one, I hope. I understand. But the problem is, those rounded extrusions are custom. He had them custom made. He's the only one that has them. Hey, I appreciate that. I could have used you a lot over the last couple months, having to cut custom acrylic for the switch wire to go around the bigger separate motors I put on for the X/Z axis. That was a pain in the butt. Cutting these panels down, the smoked acrylic panels I got for this. Oh yeah, I understand. I got some ACM. I've got about probably like 3/4 of a sheet of ACM sitting here. If at some point we get together, I can bring some of that and make some panels out of that. I actually made the bottom panel for the box turtle out of that ACM. Oh yeah. Really? You can't cut ACM? You'd think it'd be able to. The aluminum in that's really, really thin. Focus. It's not going to focus on it. All right. There's that. We'll unhook our wires from our power inlet, maybe. Oh, they stuck on there. These do not want to come off. Come on. All right, there's ground. All right, there's those wires off. Take some more pictures, I suppose. All right, there's that. Let's get a screwdriver. Unhook these wires from the SSR. All right, there's the bed wire unhooked. Turn this camera back on. I need to take a short break there. My back is killing me bending down like that. So, since last we talked, Bamboo announced their H2D. What do y'all think about that? Yeah, there's a lot of chairs out here. There's 3 computer chairs, there's a futon, and then there's 2 stools for the bench. Wonder if chat's going to catch up. Just say no to bamboo. Yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting. They seem to set the tone for the industry a few years ago with the AMS and whatnot, and brought the entire 3D printer, like consumer 3D printer level up, which has been pretty good. It's brought a lot of people new into the hobby, for better or for worse. You don't trust the company anymore. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Poity, as like I said a few minutes ago, I really want a laser. I do not want a laser in my 3D printer. Things go sideways, they're going to laser through my bed. I mean, that's best case scenario. You know, yeah, so I know a lot of people have bamboos and absolutely love them. But they would never in a million years want to do what I'm doing, build a printer, rip one apart. They're not interested in that. And that's fine. The hobby has something for everybody. There's a lot of people that probably spend a lot more time writing code and programs for 3D printers than they spend 3D printing. There's people that spend a lot more time designing stuff in CAD to like design these 3D printers than they ever spend 3D printing. There's people making a living selling 3D models, and you know, they print them just as a way to show off their design and sell the design. Like, the hobby has a lot of different aspects for a lot of different people. So there's nothing wrong with people that aren't interested in the printers themselves. They're just interested in what comes off that print bed. And for them, bamboos are a good option, regardless of what kind of crap the company pulls as far as in relation to people like us that like to build printers or whatnot. I've never owned a Prusa. I've never owned a bamboo printer. The only printer I've ever gone to a store and bought was an Ender 3 Pro from Micro Center, for $100. And that was my first printer, and 3 weeks later I was assembling my first Voron, the 2.4 over there on the shelf. Is their part shipping slow, Poity? You would think that they'd have a U.S. distributor at this point, like warehousing in the States. The process? Okay. But if you were to just go on the site and buy something, is it still the same wait time? Terry, that's awesome. If your nephew decides to build one with you, that'd be a cool way to spend some time together and hang out with your nephew. If not, it might not just be something he's not interested in, and maybe you can find some other aspect of the hobby to share together. Yeah. I mean, that's always been their target market. I think it's infinitely entertaining to watch them send printers to people that have no interest in 3D printing on YouTube. Uh, Porty, I understand that. Unfortunately, it's also becoming a thing on this side of the hobby. Yeah. There comes my little one. She's upset about something. What is it, Zip?
Not been beating you. All you've been doing is sending me pictures and beating me.
All right, hold on one second. Hold on. I'll be right back. Please hold. All right, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. Thanks for waiting. See, a few people dipped out. Understandable. That was a little bit of a long process. But on the bright side, yeah. Man. Sisters, I would have never guessed would be so difficult. All right. You know what? That's probably a bad idea, Alex. Guess we should probably, for the moment, I'm sure the crisis shall return momentarily. Sounds like it's returning now. Jesus. Guess we gotta deal with undoing these Z drives. We'll go ahead and loosen these belts up. Then unhook the belts. Is it nice out? It was chilly out this morning. 74, yeah. So, Porty, normally, if I was working out here and not streaming, I would have the garage door open. But opening the garage door would very much kind of give away where I'm located. And that I'd rather not do that. It'd be kind of like just posting my address. But I can open some windows. Well, a window. The other window might be a little hard to get to. It's now covered by a shelf. I can get some natural light in here. And I guess I could wheel some filament out. See corner beans from your garage? Well, that'd narrow it down, wouldn't it? There's no way of telling where corn or beans would be in Ohio. There we go. Get a little bit of fresh air. I could probably turn this heater off too. All right. Now, unhook some belts.
He's trying to hit me with a golf club.
Aria, you better not be hitting your sister. We just had a discussion about hitting.
No, you weren't. Stop. Go.
Somehow my 5-year-old is the most violent person I've ever met in my life. All right. There's one Z drive belt removed. You know, I could also do. I could take this top panel off. Maybe. Actually, I think I could leave that together and disassemble the frame from around it. No. No, I need that at least loosened. So I can get the idlers unhooked.
I swung because she was hitting me.
Okay.
Fixed.
Okay, let's not hit things. Close the garage door.
Close the door.
Any of you guys have kids? Adults, but yes, 2 girls. Were they always at each other's throat when they were little? Not always. From time to time. I don't know how many years you had between your two, but mine have almost 8 years between them. So the older one and the younger one have way different interests. The younger one always wants the older one to do stuff with her, as is normal. The older one kind of wants to do her thing. She's 13 and trying to figure out where she fits in and trying to figure out boyfriends and all that kind of stuff. So seems like it's non-stop drama. All right, so there's 2 panels on the top. there's 2 panels here and then a panel on the bottom and a panel on the very top. So it's a little sandwich. So there's actually 6 panels for your top and bottom. So I had to undo it to kind of get to the idlers that are in here. We're gonna undo those.
Cheese.
I thought I saw her making mac and cheese when I was leaving. Did she just put water on and just decided to boil it for no reason?
Yeah, they're turning the oven. By the way, they're turning the oven on. By the way, I don't know how her even did that.
So it has also just occurred to me that if I take this apart the way I kind of wanted to, I would not be able to get this thing square. Yours were only a couple years apart. Yeah, I think that makes a very big difference. There can semi be into the same stuff. Yeah. If I don't take this completely apart, I won't be able to get the frame square. Well, I guess that settles that. Makes this a whole lot easier. Just start undoing everything. I am going to have a massive pile of screws that I'm going to have to sort through. I have a boy too, but he's about to turn 18 and graduates from high school this year, so all right, we're not going to do this back and forth. You two need to figure it out, and if you can't figure it out, then you need to each just do your own thing.
Her tried to hit me with a baseball bat.
How about you insist leave each other alone for a little bit? You guys clearly are not going to be able to coexist right now without arguing and fighting. So you find something to play. I understand, but that's not working out right now. Oh, goodness. You guys remember these? Bit of Honey and Mary Jane. Never heard of them. Pop away. There we go. Somebody knows. I feel like Don't Knock It's just messing with me. If you have kids that are old enough to be adults, you know what a bit of Honey and a Mary Jane is. They're best candies ever for pulling fillings and caps and crowns off. Want to get rid of that dental work you paid thousands of dollars for? Move this up so I can get to that screw on the bottom. We can get this gantry out of here. So the plan tentatively is to put the Night Owl on here. Printed it to match this, obviously. Sugar Daddy. That was like looked like a cricket bat or something, right? But it runs off the AFC software. And I had some issues with it today. I think I got it sorted out, the issues I had with the software. I think now I just got to figure out this one respooler and we'll be good to go. Probably go ahead and loosen this gantry up. All right, there we go. So I don't want those belts twisting these extrusions. I'm gonna sell these and probably the stock micron panels too, so don't want to damage them. Yeah. Okay. So that is what I was thinking of. I remember as a kid stopping at this little corner store on the way to church on Sunday morning and being allowed to get like 50 cents worth of penny candy and getting Swedish fish and Mary Janes and bit of honeys and the dots, the little sugar dots on paper. Get a whole bag of candy for 50 cents. Little Debbie's. Heck, I still take Little Debbie's in my lunch every night to work. Little snack bag of potato chips or something along those lines. Last night was cheese balls. And then some sort of little Debbie snack, cupcake, or I just got these caramel turtle brownies. I forgot they made those. Or the chocolate covered like peanut butter wafer things. What are they called? Buddy bars or something? Yeah, nutty bars. I'm cheap though, so I buy the Walmart version. Gotta save money to buy expensive printers somehow. All right. Well, we have the belts undone, so we can undo our Z drives. Get those off of here. The thing I really want to keep track of is how many nuts go on each extrusion, so I can put back the correct number of pre-installed nuts on each extrusion, because it is not the standard number. That'll be your biggest issue if you're upgrading your Micron to a DooMicron, is the pre-installed nuts. Wondering if I'm not making my life harder by trying to make things easier. Yeah, that's why I was taking pictures of the wiring. Don't knock it. I really do think I'm making my life harder by trying to make my life easier. I've still got the wrong screen up. I didn't switch you guys back. All right. Oh, I forgot to undo a screw. All right. Another doom extrusion undone. Let me get the screen back to the right one. Today's bad. Oh. North Print 3D Magic Bed Adhesive. I don't know that I've heard of that. So the bed adhesive that I always use is the Goo by Frank AF. I've been using it for like a year and a half now. I made a batch and still going strong. I've even given quite a bit of it away. I used glue stick on the glass bed on that CR10 that I have over there, and on the Ender 3's glass bed. Well, that's good. My wire's wrapped through that. But I need to undo that. I would like to see what someone can do with Magneto. There's a motion system that I think would work great for a laser. What's the hard part with commercial printers? Don't knock it. Too much cogging for a laser. Means it's probably too much cogging for 3D printing too. Oh, yeah. Well, in fairness, sometimes that's the case with Clipper too. Didn't like that just hanging down. What do lasers normally run, Poity? They run servos or? I was really hoping to get to the point of building this purple frame today. Though I guess we're to a point where we technically could start putting it together. What do you guys think? Should we start putting together the purple frame, or should we continue on with the deconstruction? Purple frame? Righto then. Clear the stuff off of my granite plate. I'm going to have such a mess of stuff to organize. Let me see if I can get you guys a closer, a better view of this plate. Swap it like it's hot. Swap it like it's hot. Swap it like it's hot. All right. Hopefully that is a angle that works. Let's do something fun. Put together this purple frame. Save all this you guys have a nice view of my big fat gut. Sorry, I don't really know how to make that better. At some point, maybe I'll be able to get nice overhead camera or something. It looks like it's from a headstone. It seems to weigh as much as headstone. Now, so um, I was trying to find a cheap option and called around a bunch of countertop places. Most of them gave me the fuck off price for what it would cost me for a little, cut off. But I was down in Columbus and just calling all the places that showed up on list. One place said, "Hey, we got a dumpster outside. You're welcome to anything that's in it." And this was a cutout for a sink. Would I like a nice big 2x2 piece of quartz or granite or something? Absolutely. Will I take this over the like $60 a square foot they wanted to charge me? So $240 for a little square of quartz? Absolutely. It serves its purpose, especially when you're like building 1 or 2 printers a year. Thing's already heavy enough trying to get it up and down off the top of this refrigerator. If I ever drop it on me, it will be a headstone. That thing is still stupid heavy. Yep. They were worried about getting that cut out for the sink. They weren't worried about how nice it would be for the guy pulling it out of the trash can. The lady did tell me if I ever wanted to give her some notice that she'd try to find me like cut out from like one of those farm style sinks where it's all the way to the front and basically almost all the way to the back. That would be 2 foot by 3 foot or thereabouts, she said. And she would have them cut it out better. But I've never bothered. All right. Let's get some 1, 2, 3 blocks. Or I think these ones are actually 20, 40, 60. I think these ones are metric.
Daddy?
What? Okay, well, sis is not required to play with you.
It's her not on top, so that is put on the play.
Nice, Poity. Maybe I'll reach out next time I go up there too.
Daddy, I'm so sissy to play with me.
I'm not telling Sissy to play with you.
Where's this going now?
What size screw does this take? I just want to make sure I'm using the right size screw for this frame. I'm 3x8s. Let me get out my little measuring thing that I printed this morning for measuring screw sizes. So normally I normally just use a little slide rule thing. All right, that's a different size. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are 4 uprights. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 for the top, 4 for the bottom, 4 for the bed. 4 for your uprights. Your Y. Your X. And the back brace. All right, that's everything. What's an odd size? Talking about the 8mm screws. Don't knock it. Where are you from? Or where are you? I guess where are you from doesn't give you much information. Unless you stayed where you were born. Central Wisconsin. Yeah. When I think of central Wisconsin, I definitely think middle of nowhere. The purple frame came from DFH. DFH.FM. The white Doom extrusions came from there as well. And so did the smoked panels. The purple has a really nice matte finish to it. I really like it. If memory serves, I think the manual calls for us to put the linear rails on the Z-axis before we put this frame together. That it does. But it calls for a tool. And I don't know what box has the Micron stuff in it. If I saved it at all. I feel like I would have. There's a whole set of R1 skirts and stuff printed. Get out the rickety wooden ladder. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Not in there. That's an empty box. That too is an empty box. That 3 is an empty box. That's some Rage Rabbit carrot feeder stuff. Dun dun. Here we go. The box of Micron stuff. We're gonna need those. We're gonna need that. Z-jig. The Y-jig. Another Y-jig. Another Z. Two X jigs. Another one of those. Anybody need like an entire set of white and purple printed parts for Micron R1? Some Doom Cube parts? Anybody? All right. Now, I have to take this apart because I need those holders for the little M2 nuts. The excitement of building the purple frame has hit a slight detour. All right. There's one. There's our stops. Make sure that we've got the right thing going here. We do. Do you guys want me to pull up the manual so you can see the manual that I'm looking at? It's not even the right manual for what we're building, but it's a manual. If you want me to bring it up, I can. Oh, and I'd be right about central Wisconsin being the middle of nowhere with nothing around. All right. Here's the plan of attack. We don't lose these little tiny screws, nuts, or linear bearings. And we do that seven times. All right. We get a little jig, hold that in place. Of course, neither one of them are the right ones. They're the ones for the x-axis. Start tightening somewhat in the center. All right. There's that. Now, no other preloaded nuts on there. Excellent. I find these Weir Allen keys grab so much better than the cheap Amazon driver. Who would have thunk it? Let's add our stop back in. Add the stop on the top. Then we'll be relatively safe from losing the linear bearings. There we are. So there's one of the 4. Sliced my hand and my finger up really good the other night at work. Finger's a little sore. All right. They're all loosened with the good Allen key so as to not strip them out. Now just try to make them loose enough so that they'll come off this rail. I have an idea. Slide it off of one and onto the other. That worked perfect. Need to clean and organize so bad. So I've cleaned and organized this garage twice today. And as you can see, there's going to be another cleaning and organizing that's going to have to happen tonight. After stream and I eat dinner, after that I'll come out here and clean everything up. I started watching a show called The Pit on HBO on Max. A new episode came out yesterday, so I'll put that episode on and get everything cleaned up and organized. Get this box turtle put back together again. I don't know if I'll try to do a print with it or just put it together and pretend like it's going to work perfect so that I can go to bed not frustrated with the thing. We'll see. How often do you organize your stuff there, Poity? Oh, we need to put the stops on here. I try to keep everything in a constant state of cleaned and organized out here. All right, you know what I can do? I can show you what these colors look like together. So this is the parts that are on here are West 3D's Prince of Purple ASA. But that's what it looks like with the extrusion. Hey, Jerry. That's awesome. It's always nice when you accomplish stuff while you're being entertained or not being entertained. I guess it really depends on how much you enjoy the stream. Yeah, I think that looks excellent together. All right. Allen key. There she is. Gotta undo a bunch more stuff to get this out of here. Because of course we do. Yeah, don't knock it. It's the only part of the house that I have that I can be OCD and super organized about. Because God knows the girls are not going to allow that to happen inside. The inside is a constant state of complete chaos. Whoa. I'm losing stuff here. Top panels in our gantry. Go over here. Trying to get the box turtle to work too. What's the issue you're running into? All right, we're gonna try the same trick again. Sliding it off of one extrusion and on to the other. The respoolers, yeah, so I'm having an issue with one of mine where it's it won't move in either direction, preventing it from loading. And when you do load it all the way through and it unwinds, it just becomes a tangled mess because it doesn't roll it back onto the spool. Birds are just chirping away outside. So I guess earlier when I said the only commercial printer I've had was the Ender. That's not entirely true. The CR10, I didn't buy that one though, but CR10 as well. I guess I ought to just go ahead and take these washers off. It is not like they are going to stay on there through this whole process. All right, we got one more of our Z-rails. Yeah, she's not wanting to slide. All right, there's the screw that was the problem. I had to push her down a little bit. All right. These little M2 screws, man. Made me so nervous. So easy to strip little tiny screws like this out. Hi, Smalls.
What does that smell?
I don't know. The outside. I got the window open.
Anyways, can I go skating with Landon?
No, we do not have money for that today. I answered this question earlier today.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Love you too. All right. Go grab our other stop off of here. Put that on. Well, that went as well as I had hoped and better than I expected. Trying to make the thing look like a frame. All right. All right. So, bottom, front, needs none. Bottom, top, needs 4. We gotta do all of our preloaded nuts. Everybody's favorite part of building with 1515 extrusions. So we need 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. There's 1. Two. 3. 4 on the top. And 4 more on the bottom. I probably should have printed a bunch more of these things. Little printed part that holds your nuts. Somewhat, anyway. All right. There's that. All right, now for the sides, we need 2 on the top, 5 on the outside, and 2, 4, 6, 8 on the bottom. Start with the top. Two on the top. Five on the outside. Five on the outside. And 8 on the bottom. One, two, three, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Then we're going to need 4 more on the inside for the little parts that hold the deck panels. When I built this the first time, I managed to figure this all out and only have to use 2 of the little roll-in T-nuts. That the ones I got don't actually roll into anything. They need to be like chamfered on opposite sides. They're chamfered on the same side, they won't roll into anything. All right. All right. Do the other side. And then we'll do the back. All right. Now once again with our preloaded nuts. Two on the top. Four. Five on the outside. I think once we get this last Z extrusion and bottom extrusion situated, we're going to go ahead and call it for today. It's getting late and my back is on fire. All right, now we need 8 on the bottom. 4, 6, 7, 8. And then 4 for the inside. I need to print more of these anyway. Hopefully I have enough to do the ones I need on the back. All right. Let's get our last Z extrusion on here. Then what do we need? We need 4 on the top, 5 on the back, 4 on the bottom. Let's see. 1, 2, losing my screws. 2. I appreciate all y'all who have stuck it out this long with me today. You guys are awesome. All right, there's our top ones. There's 5 in the back. And now we just need 4 for the bottom. All right. Yeah, Porty, we got it. We are officially halfway done the frame, the exterior cube frame. Move that camera out of the way. Put this button here. Well, again, guys, thanks for hanging out. Obligatory, like the stream if you would. It's very much appreciated if you do. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. I might be back streaming some more of this box turtle situation tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. If we'll see how it goes. But we'll pick back up on this Micron next Saturday. Same bat time, same bat channel. If want to come back, hang out, I'd love to have you. Other than that, guys, have a great weekend. Have a great week, and see you later.